being a black female who likes rap or anything, yeah, black men are constant, and I'm not putting them, I'm just generally.
Yeah.
Black rappers are constantly basically telling you that you're not enough if you don't look like a certain type of black girl, and even when you do, you're worthless, essentially. And then the white ones are pandering to you, and it's like, what can I enjoy? Like,
speak for me. Can I have a song for me?
Do you know what I mean? Hey, it's Olivia.
And I'm Gay Marie.
And this is More Wine, Please. Ooh, how have you been? The first sip, yeah. You didn't need to lie on But anyway.
How am I? I'm good. I'm actually okay,
Yeah.
Literally just been chilling. Yeah, working as per usual.
As per. Anything interesting happened at work lately?
Today.
Yeah. I'm not even insinuating. I'm actually just genuinely asking.
Yeah, well, yeah, not really. Well, my 9 to 5, just been doing social bits as per usual. We just wrapped up an event. I work in events, so it's been hectic. We're like rolling onto another show, so yeah, it's just always crazy. I feel like it's just after one thing after another.
Yeah. Well, when you work in creative industries, it's literally like, it's like a 9 to 5 maybe. Maybe it's giving suggestion.
It is.
Because it's like,
it's really weird, and like in my role, because I do social media, like I have a creative role but in a 9 to 5 schedule, which is very weird because I'm working outside of hours, so it's like I'm always working.
Aren't we all?
Like honestly, my director will be like, can you post something on like LinkedIn like on a Saturday, and I'll be like, yeah, that's
on a Saturday.
No, she won't say on a Saturday. Sorry, it'll be like a Friday. I
was about to go into my you should be working.
I'm working it. No, like the people I work with are so calm and stuff, so like they're not. But I just do extra things. Do you know what I mean? Because like social media is 24/7. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So, but yeah, that's all good. And then radio is good as well. Yeah, I've just been living.
Cute.
Met some cool people.
Nice.
How's you there? How's everything?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just working. Obviously I work in TV.
Yeah.
Obviously you guys want to know, I'm getting to know writers a bit more. I read a really good script this morning, so it energized me. I was like, yeah, this is good.
I feel like your career is so interesting. Like,
thanks.
I don't know a lot of people like in your industry, obviously, and like actually like I get to meet and talk to you about. Like,
we'll have one day. We're
gonna go delve into.
I thought we did, but we're doing more now. Like, I'm doing a bit more in my role now this year, so we'll do a little careers update.
100%.
Anyway, what are we talking about
this week? There's actually quite a bit, so we're gonna go through it, but you start, because I feel like you have the topics on hand.
Okay, you know what, let's just go straight in with Jack Harlow.
Yes.
Jack Harlow. Jackie Harlow. Really quickly, somebody said on the there was a tweet. I know we weren't going to talk about funny tweets, but this is an upcoming segment. Yeah. But there was a tweet that was like, I was in a plane and I saw Flo Milli, and I said fluorescent Millicent. Florence Millicent. I was like, what if that really was her full name?
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Anyway, Jack Harlow.
Yeah, so what's happening with Jack?
Okay, so Jack released a new album called Come Home, The Kids Miss You.
Yeah. This is his it's not his debut album, this is his sophomore year.
So what were your thoughts on it? Because you listened to it fully. I listened to it halfway.
Okay, and let me not say fully, but I did give a good listen. And just to give a little bit of background on Jack Harlow.
Yeah, we're being completely honest here.
Sorry, let me just give a bit of background, because I've actually been listening to him for quite some time.
Yes, you have.
Like a few years. So I am a fan. Like I do like his stuff. But yeah, this album. For those who don't know Jack Harlow, he's like a rapper. From Kentucky. The newest rapper.
White rapper, to be honest.
But I feel like he's genuinely talented compared to his counterparts. Anyways, he's come out with his sophomore album, and it hasn't really got the best of reception. You sent me a review.
That review. Do you know what? The nerd in me was like, I'm so happy that people are like reading this article and engaging with it. Because it was like this article, and I don't really read reviews like that, especially for album reviews specifically. But some article on Pitchfork that was talking about, they just ripped it to shreds. They were essentially saying that he has like loads of charisma and his whole brand is having charisma and being like kind of like nerdy kind of charismatic, cute. But that none of that showing up in the in his music. And I was like, I haven't heard a lie. Yeah. So
I literally skimmed the article, but I watched a review by Fanto. He's like a renowned music reviewer on YouTube, and he's known for ripping.
One day we'll talk about how the YouTube music scene reviewers are doing more than the other. No, 100%. The official. Lot. Anyway.
Yeah, no, and
the Terrells of the.
They really be given the real tea, right? Though. But his opinion is well respected in the music industry. Yes, I know Jack definitely watched that video. But anyways, I watched it today, and he was just like, you know what? It wasn't. He didn't even rip him to shreds. He was like, I'm disappointed.
Oh, like, I'm not angry.
I'm not angry.
I'm disappointed.
And I was like, ooh, that was stung a little bit because it's kind of true though. Because like I was expecting a bit more from this project. I won't lie. Considering the hype around it, not the hype around it, because I don't necessarily feel like there was a hype around the project, but just the hype around him, Jack Harlow himself. You know, obviously, like he's it right now. Like, he's with the kids. Yeah. So you're expecting like when he dropped First Class, I was like, okay, not gonna lie, they'll hook on First Class,
by it. Because I remember we heard it, social media heard it, and then the next soon after I came to your house, and you were like, yeah, it was good. You were like, it was fine.
I'm comparing it to his old projects because I genuinely liked his older stuff. I feel like one of those people like,
I knew his older stuff was really
but
it's
compared to what his what's it called, debut album, that's what they also say.
That's a good album. That's
let the moon shine through the blinds, I can see mine. You know that I'm trying to get behind. Press on your spine. Oh, you're looking damn good.
Like Best Friend.
There's a lot of hits on that.
There's a lot of hits, and comparing that to this album, I'm just like, nah, Jack.
Yeah, because literally, I listened to halfway through it, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a bit bored. And you know what? With music, I will say you do need more time. You can't review. I remember when Jay-Z was like, you can't review it in 24 hours.
You can't
just, and that's true. But at the same time, there are certain songs that I'm like, you hear it just instant. Like Doja has that. You hear it, and you're like, this is it.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound really big-headed, but I catch on to good music very quickly. I do too. Yeah, no, you do. But I feel like I should be an A&R.
Yeah.
I genuinely in the past, I feel like that's.
She's been talking about this a little bit. She's a pivot.
No, because I know what's hot.
Yeah.
I know what's it. And I'm not gonna lie, on this album, I feel like there was one or two songs that I was like, okay, that's a banger. I don't think I will come back to it. This sounds really hard because I actually do like Jack Harlow. I really do.
But it's okay.
But I'm just being on it.
So I'm gonna go back to it just because I didn't finish it, and just I like Jack Harlow. So I'm gonna
and give it a chance.
I'm gonna give it more of a chance in it. And actually, I actually only listened to the whole album because I saw the reviews. If I didn't see so many bad reviews, I would have just listened to the album kind of more in my own time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me go and see because I'm just seeing so much.
I didn't actually see the bad reviews. I saw the album. I listened to the album first.
Okay.
So I was going off my own, and I put it in the shower. I listened to music, so I was just like, you know where you're like, you know that Jay-Z meme.
Oh yeah. That's kind of
that's what I'm saying. I think my favourite is the one with Pharrell, Movie Star.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's just because it's a Pharrell.
He has one with Justin Timberlake, and I feel like that's kind of.
I feel like he tried to do Same Guy with that.
Yeah.
It didn't hit as hard as Same Guy. Same Guy is actually iconic, and I don't feel like people pay it enough respect.
It's a very good song, but that's okay.
Good song.
That's okay.
You know what? It gives me. It gives me the same. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Same energy. Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. Anyways, Jack, I'm still rooting for you because I feel like he's in it for the long run.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's gonna use the batteries in his back.
He's gonna be like, yeah. Do you know what? Because I do think with this album, I think he was playing it safe. Because the thing is, they're not bad songs per se. They're just fine. They don't do anything for me. Do you know what I mean? They're do you know what? They were kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. It was giving very much, lo-fi beats on YouTube. It was giving that. Yeah. It was giving that, and it's because none of them were where I was like, oh my god, I need to skip this, so horrible.
Yeah.
It was just giving very much, this is a fine beat. Yeah, this is a fine beat. This
I will
also
put it in
fine.
the background and work.
It's in the background, exactly.
Which
Whereas like, I feel like when I listen to Doja's, for example, like there's just certain, so even her, like I keep going back to her, there's a little clip from Coachella where there's a song called Shots or something, and she's just like, she does a 20-second snippet, and I'm like, release that now. Release it now. And she did there was another snippet, and I was like, release it now. She has the ear. She has the ear.
So I feel like we're gonna do another episode.
Yeah, she gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. She's so versatile as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Jack.
But
like,
yeah,
it is what it is. Like, and to be fair, yeah, they do say sophomore albums are never as good. Like, they just are never. Yeah, like honestly,
I always hear that about shows. Like sophomore seasons aren't as good. Yeah, they're kind of giving up for the third season. Or something like
so I feel like it's the same in music. Only a few, a handful of people can surpass or do better than their debut album, like the Beyonces and you know, like the Jay-Z's and the Kanye's and all that stuff.
But I do think this has dampened his.
Oh, and another point, not to cut you off.
I realised that the time was there. Actually.
Oh yeah. Wait. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I feel like people were waiting to jump on the Jack Harlow train.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about it. Yeah, I felt like that's... Like, do you know what? I said this on the unreleased episode, or the video unreleased episode. This is what I was talking to you about, to the effect of Zoe Kravitz now. Because I get that there were some weird things that... Okay, like, I get it, yeah. But I do think it's corny, and it's just giving secondary school when people are like, they love you. Yeah. And like, I saw a tweet earlier today. It was like, it's a weird thing because everyone's mean, but everyone promotes positivity. Yeah. And like, but everyone is mean, like to an extent. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, and it's weird because like, I swear sometimes I'll be about to post something and I'm like, is this a bit mean-spirited? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to post everything. Like, not everything belongs online for that person to potentially see. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, but yeah, this is what I was talking to the effect of Zoe Kravitz, because everyone like loves her. Oh, this is cute. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But then the minute somebody disagrees, or the minute the general public turn on that person, or Black Twitter specifically, are like, we're not really messing with this guy anymore. then it's just kind of like, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, rubbish! Yeah. Rubbish! Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I get it, because it's very easy to like, swim with the flow, but like we're all growing, so like what have you, and you know what, nothing has to be, we're so in a day and age of everything being black and white. That album was rubbish. It wasn't it's just boring. Do you know what I mean? But like, you don't need to go, I don't know.
Actually, no, I completely
agree. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, you have to think this, or you have to think this, and I get it, because there's not that many characters in your like tweets, so people just get to the point. But do you know what I mean? Like the logistics of it, but also I just think that there's just a hate train that, and it feels very artificial, and it feels like people are just
you know what? I'm not gonna lie. People thrive.
To be different.
People thrive off negativity.
100%.
And it just is what it's.
That's why we all love Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about the fact that we loved Bad Girls Club.
I live for it.
We loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
We used to play it as a game.
Yeah,
like, let's play Bad Girls Club. Like,
and we made each other's cousins and like record or something.
The cameraman
trying to get around.
Typical fashion. Good time. I remember playing that on the field, like during like football cross country. It used to be like, let's play Bad Girls Club.
Wait, was you times? Oh, so did you know? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, we used to just pretend to tussle.
No, we all do thrive off of negativity. Yeah, and making fun of things. Yeah, it's fun to make fun of things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's fun, but it's like admit it. Yeah, admit it.
Admit it. Do you know what I mean? I
like to hide it and cover it up under false pretense.
That's under like being very like, oh, like I know good music and this is not it and this is terrible, and why do you guys even like Jack Harlow? And I get it, because you know what, we could also talk about, like, I feel like do we have enough time for this? I feel like I also want to talk about, how do you feel about the fact that like white celebrities who thrive off of black female, I don't say adoration because that's strong, but you know what I mean, like black female hype.
How do I feel about that?
Yeah, like what's your view on, like, Jack Harlow is really working his black female demographic when, you know, maybe he probably doesn't even date black females. He has, I mean, I'm not gonna, do you know what, this is
my mind is going like 20
I don't know if like, okay.
We're definitely gonna have to do another full length episode on this.
Yeah,
but
just do the rest of this episode on it. So like, how do you feel about like the fact that like, yeah, like, you know, white people who kind of thrive off of having predominantly black female audience, and I don't know, like, play up to it. But whereas like, because then I know this is not fair, but you know what, this is kitchen table talk.
Yeah.
Kitchen table talk. But then you'll do a song that's called Dua Lipa. I'm sorry. And not saying that because he has black female fans, he must love black women and I'm not saying that. But it does make me, I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't make me go a bit like, oh.
Do you know what I think it is, yeah? I feel like...
that's confirmation. Not confirmation, but that's like, oh, right. Yeah.
But with the Dua Lipa song, yeah, I feel like Jack is smart enough.
Yeah.
He's very... Yeah. I feel like he's
Song didn't have anything really to do.
Yeah, no, I feel like... I have another comment on that Dua Lipa song. Anyway. But I feel like he made that song to specifically make a point, like, I'm not trying to play into that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, because I feel like he doesn't want to be labelled as corny or put into like the Chet Hanks or like, do you know what I mean?
Chet Hanks.
Anyway. But do you know what I mean? Like, play into it like, oh, black women, I love them so much.
Did you see the recent clip about Chet Hanks
on
the Joker?
Yeah.
Or Z-Way or like,
I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, I did see it. It was hilarious. But yeah, I feel like I got the vibe. I don't know if I'm just trying to like.
I don't know if you're giving too much credit, but maybe
I might be giving him too much credit. Yeah.
If I was an artist, I'm like, I feel
like he's strategic in that. But I feel like if it was another white rapper that was in the same position as him, I feel like they would have played into the fact that black women are like really supporting them and really, you know, just hyping them up at that point. I feel like they would have, you know, maybe made a song like, oh, Meg Thee Stallion, or like, you know, Doja. And then ran with that. And then I feel like Jack may have thought, if I did that, is that gonna come across corny? Yeah. Because right now I feel like he has respect from his peers, like his black peers, in the sense of like he's got the co-sign from Drake, he's working with Pharrell, like Snoop Dogg. Yeah. It's a bit like he's a white figure in the culture, but I feel like he blends in with it kind of seamlessly because he has some sort of
cosigns,
and he doesn't look awkward and he carries himself pretty well, unlike the GE and the MG names.
I knew you were gonna come with GE.
No, do you know what? White rapper has been embraced as much.
Oh yeah.
I mean, MGK was in that not iconic video, but that viral video when he was dancing around with French Montana and P. Diddy.
Embrace. MGK isn't really. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the same star power. Like that.
I thought that's why I'm giving Jack the benefit of the doubt as to why he made a Dua Lipa song. I feel like he's smart enough to be like, no, I'm not going to look cool.
Do you know what? I agree to an extent, and I don't know what extent that is. It's like I agree that like I think that he wanted to make a song about a girl, and he may have thought to make it about a black woman, maybe like a Doja or somebody or whoever. And
that's another topic as well.
Yeah, and then he thought. I don't. Do you know what? It's like I'm on board with that. I'm on board with the. I don't know how to say what I'm saying. Like I don't want to give him that much credit because I don't think that.
15.
Okay. I don't think that he's that smart
to
do that.
Pose a question.
But wait. I don't. But to an extent I do because I do think that he would have maybe thought, oh, I want to make a song about a woman. I want to make a song with a girl in the title and like made Doja. But I do think he is smart enough to think, actually, let's do doo-wop. But I don't know if the thought would have gone as far as you think it went. Yeah. But I do think the thought went somewhere.
I feel like he's actually.
I don't know, you know. I
genuinely do because.
Yeah.
Okay, he's naturally.
And I also think that there's also a flip side of not just I don't want to look corny to like the black audience. I also think Dua Lipa, white men love her. black people also kind of embrace her. Like, we don't talk about her, but she's fine.
Yeah, because
she's kind of like, oh, you know, we get, you know, we vibe with you.
Because even
like,
a guy I work with was like a black man. He was like, oh, I get it. Like, as to why Jack Harlow made Dua Lipa, like,
because of what you're saying.
No,
or just like he gets
she's a baby.
Exactly. I think she's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
And she is a pop girl. She's a white pop girl.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, I don't like. Yeah. I think I feel like I would see his reasoning overlapping with yours. I don't think it's exactly yours.
No,
but I do think it was some of yours and then some of the other stuff too. If that makes sense. I do think that's valid, to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably not the whole reason, but I feel like it may have crossed his mind as like, oh, let me not play up to it too much. Because why I thought that was I saw a clip of him on Angie Martinez, and Angie Martinez asked him, what's your type, innit? Because everyone wants to know, type of thing, because he's flirting with everyone under the sun. Okay, so we need to say that. But he's been flirting with everyone, so everyone doesn't really know, but he's naturally charismatic, so that just might be his personality, whatever, he's a natural flirt. Anyways, his answer was like, I like women. I feel like he's strategic, as in, he just keeps...
He alienate people.
Yeah, he keeps...
So I think...
very open.
Yeah, it's giving also like, you know, the black girls have really liked me, but let me make sure that the white double deals... That's not what I have. Do you know what I mean?
He wants that arena tool. No. He wants the bag, the mainstream bag.
No, exactly. So that's also where I think he's coming from as well. But
I wanted to ask the question though, like, what if he named the song Normani?
Then that would have been too much as well.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been like, Jack.
Yeah. It's hard. That's the thing. That's another thing. Like, you can't. It's not a clear-cut thing, because one thing I'm looking at you sideways.
But is it his fault that black women like him?
It's not his fault, but I think there's a conversation to be had, and I don't know whose fault it is. I don't even know if there's a fault.
Yeah.
I'm just meaning there's a conversation to be had about, because there's a whole, I don't do TikTok that much, but I was watching some video and included how there's a whole subgenre. Following a gun. But there's a whole subgenre of people white boys who pander to black women.
Oh yeah.
That I didn't know that. I watched some other thingy from one of the YouTubers, one of my faves, T-Noir, one of my faves. Yeah. So she was talking about how like there was a whole thing, I think it was her anyway, how there's a whole group of like, you know, subgenre of white men pandering. So I'm just like, you know what? It's weird, and that's the thing. And Jack Harlow is not completely separate to that, and not that he's doing it on purpose, but he's smart, he's aware, and he's definitely would make decisions, even if he's not hardcore going into. He's definitely making decisions that keeps his black female audience happy. Yeah. And the question is, how do we feel about that? Do you know what I mean? And
I honestly don't know how to answer that, because I don't know how to feel.
I know, and it's and it's also weird because it's just kind of like, if I genuinely like your music as well, it's just kind of like, it's so weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because you remember when we were talking about this actually, when we saw the tweet, that Jackson industry plant, which he's clearly not, because he's been singing.
I saw a tweet and I loved it. They were like, somebody said, stop calling everybody with marketing and good PR industry plant.
But yeah, he was like, an industry plant put here. Oh no, it wasn't an industry plant. Sorry, I'm getting the tweet mixed up. It was he paid Black Twitter or something, or Black Women. To hype him up. Me and Olivia ignored that. The thing is, that doesn't make no sense, because I discovered Jack's music on my own. Yeah. So I don't understand.
I know. It doesn't mean that he couldn't have done it. Not him. No,
he could have.
It doesn't mean that he couldn't have done it.
But before the hype, I just thought his music slapped.
Yeah, and the song
that wasn't when he was cute. I'm sorry.
That was when what?
That was not when he was cute. Do you get me? Because he was making good music.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird one, because it's so weird being a black woman who to like anything, because you can like you have a. There was one thing that was like, literally you have to have a cognitive dissonance, in a sense of like, black rappers are literally every day saying like small waist, big fat ass, like, do you know what I mean?
No,
like,
on occasion, browning,
browning, and you know it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like even
she danced because she got a big bag.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, and sometimes and I'm not even to be thingy, but like sometimes I even think about how like Dave made, and I love Dave. Yes. Disclaimer. sometimes I even think about how like it's so ingrained because like how he made black and talks about textures and blah blah blah, but then your next song has the, blah 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 light eater, and I'm just like
cinnamon. I think I found my prince.
That one, right? And I'm just, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's just, or the painting, the Stratton, the one that there's one line that there's Stratton as well, and it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like, being a black female who likes rap or anything, black men are constant, and I'm not putting them, I'm just generally. Black rappers are constantly basically telling you that, you're not enough if you don't look like a certain type of black girl, and even when you do, you're worthless essentially. And then the white ones are pandering to you, and it's like, what can I enjoy? What can I actually enjoy? Do you know what I mean? Like,
be like, speak for me. Can I have a song for me?
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's weird. Like, what should I do with this? No, for real.
Oh my god.
So it's weird, and it's like,
What's that Azealia Banks?
what was it?
They always use it.
Y'all niggas are fucking everywhere. Like, I don't want to share this with y'all. I'm sorry, I don't.
Like, so funny.
What did she say?
Because there's real things in her.
I was gonna
insert because it's hilarious, and that's how I be feeling.
No, for real. I felt that about dancing in dress.
You felt that
dancing in dress.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's mad. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
But yeah, I was gonna say, so like, what do you think as well about like the whole like cultural appropriation thing? And yeah, I have thoughts.
What do you mean the whole?
Like the whole. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just check something. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Advert break.
So what do you feel about the I'm professional. So what do you feel about the whole like he's a cultural appropriator, he shouldn't even be making rap, blah 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 blah, and this might have to be for a bigger episode, but
I can't give my full opinion in now, but
but just off the bat, what would you
I don't think he's a cultural appropriator because I feel like he's paid his respect to the culture and the scene. He hasn't really done anything offensive. I don't know if you're phrasing the question as to should there be white rappers in general.
I mean, kind of that too. What's your whole take on people like? Because my thing is like.
Oh my god! I actually wanted to ask you something. Not ask you something, but someone basically. I was watching another podcast and they said that H is better than Jack Harlow.
Sorry. Make sure you're talking.
Sorry.
Because I feel like you're above it a little bit.
Yeah, basically I was watching another podcast and one of the guys was like, H is a better rapper than Jack Harlow. What do you think about that
I haven't listened to enough of H to juice that, but
not gonna take away from H's talent.
Yeah, not gonna take away from him, but it's not my cup of tea. Really.
I feel like the guys that were talking about this have not listened to Jack Harlow and didn't give him a chance.
Yes.
They were listening to one song.
Yeah. And it's just like H didn't. It's not even kind of the same. I don't know. It's like.
And I feel like they'll back
me
him because he's from the UK.
Yeah, exactly. H gives me kind of like that kind of poppy, like advert kind of rap, advert rap, if that mainstream British rap, like the kind of rap that's on adverts.
He has a song with Giggs out right now. I'm not gonna lie, he's rapping.
Is it?
He's rapping on there.
Okay.
And Giggs is the landlord. But
I'm gonna listen to that after. I haven't listened to it. But I think for me anyway, maybe for them, but like to me, Jack, I generally probably like him.
I prefer Jack's music more because it is groovy.
It's groovy and it's smooth.
Yes.
It doesn't give me smooth.
Yeah.
So to my taste, but maybe somebody else might be like that.
But
you see, but that's really not my vibe. See, I don't mind it, but that's not my vibe. I would never listen to that on my own.
But that was more Young T and Buzzy. Anyway. I was going to say something. Oh yes, I feel like, just to go back to Jack, I feel like people are...
You never left him.
They did not listen to his previous music.
No.
So they are solely basing
on
this.
And I wanted to say as well that I think that there's an agenda.
There is.
I think that how many...
Shit, we've got 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But
I think that I think that there's something to be said about black I think there's something to be said about about like black women really enjoying Jack's music or his face. Maybe not even his music. Maybe some people just like his face, fine.
Yeah.
Like there's something to be said about that. Exactly, because really and truly, like, because you know what, whatever I did, that's a whole nother conversation. Because really and truly, like there's all of you disrespect black women, all of you. So don't tell me, don't get on your Malcolm X horse and tell me
that's what they
that
love
I
to
should
do.
No, you know what I mean? Don't tell me that, because like
they do love to
we
do
need
that.
to talk about this one day, because it's like
it's so annoying.
it's so annoying. It's so like, shut up.
Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. The dynamics are different. Like even this is going to a whole different
love to
topic.
pick and choose.
It's giving pick and choose. Like actually, shut up. Because,
Yeah.
like, no. Anyway, but like yeah, like you know, I think there's something to be said about black women enjoying Jack Harlow, whether it's for his music or his face or whatever, or his charisma. And now his sophomore album came out, and I think like, I'm seeing a lot of guys talk about how his album's not doing, and I'm seeing it's almost like the girls are like, I'm not saying I'm influenced, but it's almost like the guys, some of the guys are driving that convo of Jack's not doing well, Jack's on his
haters.
Like it's giving
Haters.
yeah, haters. It's giving some
It's
of the
giving
guys.
hater.
It's giving yeah.
I'm sorry.
It is. I mean, they're not wrong completely.
No,
but,
because we just said that the album wasn't banging.
Yeah. It's giving very much like the guys kind of didn't understand the hype around Jack Harlow, so they're like, the album's not even good, so now is the time to tear it down. And also black women are like, yeah, it wasn't that good, and do you know what? Like maybe we shouldn't like him.
And it's not really black women, just black women. It's kind of just women in general. And I feel like it's even a women and men thing as well.
Because I really just. I'm in my black women's.
But I do feel like it is a women thing as well, because then, like, obviously when First Class came out, all the girls, that was our opinion. You know, I'll be a G.
It was only for like a few 5 minutes.
Literally, that's it. I'm a bit tired of it now.
I just like that one clip when he was.
It's enough. No.
Yeah.
Okay. You get it. But anyways, I feel like men were a bit jealous.
They were.
So, and they saw the hype he was getting from women, so now
it's very much we don't want you, but we don't want you to have anybody else. No, it is. It's getting
that's been black men's whole vibe though.
Serena Williams has entered the chat.
Sorry. If we'll be real, let's be real. It's like you don't want us here, but when someone interracial relationship, you're screaming.
That's why I'm always like. That's why I was trying to like touch on like it's different dynamics because.
Anyways, child.
So another one that's a whole different topic. Maybe we'll do it next time.
Comment if you want us to get into that.
Exactly. Right.
Follow us on our Patreon. We don't have one yet.
I want a Patreon to talk rubbish so bad.
So bad.
I feel like Patreon when you get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, like I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound disrespectful or anything. This album wasn't your best, but you know this, I feel like now.
He does. I think he thought he could skate by, and I think that if he really thinks about it, wasn't his best.
You know better though, in this culture, you know better. Like, we're on it. We're on it so hard. But anyways, I don't want it to come across like we are bashing or whatever, because that's just never the case. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just is what it is. Like, we know you're talented at the end of the day. We're just disappointed. Yeah,
also I wanted to add really quickly that it was interesting that somebody said that like all his good songs have been collabs.
You did say that,
and I think I saw it in Pitchfork or something else, and I said, "Oh, do you know what?"
When you said that,
they said something that made a lot of sense because they said you need something to counter that. There was a whole. I watched another thing on why Drake works, because Drake is charismatic, but he also has kind of like Drake has the nerdy, but he also has the hard rap, the aggro hard. Like, do you know what I mean?
He has the songs for the women. He has his own. Like,
exactly. He's for everybody. But like. But Jack doesn't have his two. It's Drake. Yeah. But like Drake, I mean, Jack doesn't have his two. His name's really Jack Low. But yeah, Jack doesn't have his two sides. Like he didn't really show up. Like it wasn't working. It just seemed a little bit empty.
But you know what's mad? People are saying Jack is gonna feel like he's the next Drake type of thing. What do you think about that? Just really quickly.
He hasn't done enough to feel like that yet. Especially, do you know what? Maybe I would have said differently before this album, to be honest. Yeah, I did like the songs, but I think this album has been like, I think I need a little bit more proving now, actually, because, you know, somebody like Doja has, on top of the planet her, I said, oh, she gets it.
Doja's a superstar.
Doja gets it. Do you know what I mean? Doja's such an undeniable superstar.
It's undeniable,
It's undeniable.
Like, to this point, you can't.
It's the fact that, like, you know, I'm getting chills. Like, Doja gets it. No.
I really want to see her live.
No, exactly. Oh, go to my list. But, like, Doja just, like, it's like she'll do snippets. Even her Taco Bell jingle.
Yeah.
Like, she just gets what sounds good. And maybe it gets what sounds good in my specific ears.
No, she does.
But she just, in my head, I'm just like, yeah, that's a good choice on that song. The way you did that.
And sorry, Doja's another one that I discovered early. So Warner Brothers or Universal, hit me up because I'm actually an A&R. Okay.
She is.
No, but she's undeniable, man. She's a superstar. She should have headlined Coachella.
Yeah, she should have.
Like, they didn't.
But I was watching, I think I was listening to Ricky.
Yeah, same.
I'm not saying how they didn't want another black woman after Beyonce.
You know what made me laugh? They said they shared the same stage, like the headliners.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, why?
I just think that, and honestly, don't you know who headlined, actually?
Who headlined?
The fact that we had to think about that. All I knew is that Doja
was it The Weeknd? I think it was The Weeknd. And how Swedish House Mafia.
I did hear about them.
Yeah. Loki, I do fuck with them.
Do you know what? Just because of Ricky Denzel, I heard the Don't You Worry.
Don't You Worry.
I didn't even know that was really there. I didn't really know.
You know what's weird?
There.
They played it at like work the other week, and I was like, oh, yeah.
I've never really
even
known
Tiny
what
Temper, Miami to Ibiza. That's a banger.
How's it?
Miami to Ibiza.
I can't lie to you.
You know house.
You know songs that specifically go.
Never,
I can't.
I use my house.
No, there's a bag. I like synthy pop. Like there's a bag of.
Those are Loki toes the line.
I like hers.
She toes the line.
I like hers.
But you know, but I don't. I'm not a house girl like a cut and shape shakes. Like I like.
She cuts shakes.
I do cut shakes and I can cut them good. I'm not
in
like
the R&B to R&B. She cuts shakes.
She's literally like she's spreading fish, it's rumored. But no, I like the
scissors, guys. She got shapes.
Low-key, I'm not gonna lie. I think I am a house girl.
That's okay.
An 8, but I like a groovy house, not like a deep. I'm not a deep house.
Not a deep house.
I'm not a deep house.
Okay.
And the deep house is the banging, annoying one.
No, I'm not. But I think I'm
not annoying. Sorry to anyone that likes.
I think my closest to it is like I like. I don't know if this is the right one. Do you know what my Spotify, we have to wrap this up, but my Spotify playlist said dance pop was my top one.
Okay.
So I like a bit of like you know Haim, like you know them people.
That is not,
and a bit
that
like
is not house.
It's not house at all. It's not.
That's,
I'm talking about my closest to my electro.
Okay.
See, I don't like electro. So I'm like Haim years and years. Is my closest.
That's the closest. Yeah, you're telling the lie.
Telling the lie.
You know I love Adelia.
Yeah, you know.
I love Adelia.
And I love them few songs that
exactly.
I like. Yeah. Like of hers, but like years and years is always my. But I like because I can hear their vocals and that. Do you know what? I like a house song.
You like a vocal.
I love a vocal, and I'm like I like a house song that if it was stripped down to acoustic is a good song. Do you get what I mean? And that's
what Adelia does though.
Yes. Okay.
She
No.
Let me in your world, you know. Are you looking lonely? You know, boy, that's why I wanna be your lady.
No, I mean as like the whole song as well, like not just a bits of it. Like,
but I love 80s music. I feel like if I had to go back to any time, I would be an 80s girl.
Exactly. So like that kind of like 80s pop like you know type of thing. Like that's kind of you can tell like even without all of that production,
like
just the
Diana
exactly. Just the
Earth, Wind and Fire.
I know you love the but just the like just your plain vocals would be good because this is a good song regardless.
But you're a vocalist.
Okay.
You know, I think I pay more attention to the instrumentals.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm that. I don't know, mate.
I feel like you are, but you enjoy the vocals more.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love a good instrumental without no vocals.
I wouldn't care if it sounded shit stripped down.
But it depends, because like there was this one song. It depends, because there's certain songs. I have a playlist called. I have a playlist. I know. I have another playlist that's like for certain music.
Yeah.
For this kind of, my closest to this kind of, and it's like synthy music, and it's like with that music, it's not so much the vocals for me, because I don't know. It's just I don't know how to describe it. It's like just something that does something to my soul. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm
an instrumental to go to, because sometimes it doesn't need to be specific.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in comparison.
In general, in general,
Yeah.
I'm a vocal.
Yeah.
Because even But anyway,
that was fun.
Jackie, that was fun.
Jackie Harlow.
Jackie.
Sorry, I really didn't mean to go in on you.
Jack
like
Harlow,
that.
you didn't.
I feel like I did,
You didn't,
and I
you
don't
didn't.
want him to hate me.
You
If
did.
he ever sees.
I feel like he played it safe, and this is just, you know, he'll either like not, you know, flourish after this, or he'll be like, bet I'm gonna come back to the hard touch.
I feel like he's one of those people. He's gonna use it, and he'll be like, okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Right,
okay.
and you know what, and that whole thing of like, you know, his good songs are collabs, like that was, not gonna lie, that was like an eye opener for me.
It's true, but the Drake song.
Which one?
Him and Drake, that song wasn't great for me as well.
Yeah, no, but it's
I'm
it's got
joking.
that,
Yeah.
all the collabs are good.
But-
It's that all the good ones are collabs.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
collabs,
So it's like, you know, so it's like, but then I do like What's Poppin' just by itself as well, especially with those annoying people on it.
I don't.
Baby, and do you not like that
That's
song?
probably one of my least favourite songs.
Oh, do you not? I really like it.
I
You
like
know
Through
what?
the Night, him and
Oh
Bryson
yeah, I like
Tiller.
that too. Yeah. I like that. Have you heard the Tiny Desk version of What's Poppin'?
Yes, I have, and I still.
It. I love a choir. I'm a fiend for a choir.
I like
The
Same
back
Guy.
one.
I've been
Guy's cute.
screaming about. Please listen to Same Guy. I feel like that would change. Anyone that has a negative opinion on Jack Harlow, I'm gonna say listen to Same Guy.
Same Guy's nice.
Because I feel like you would like that song. If you don't like that song, you're a bit weird to me. Because
it says
talent.
it's kind of an undeniable
good song. Yeah.
I like an undeniable hit. But anyway,
Anyways,
that has been our episode on. We really were gonna go into some other stuff, but like we haven't.
Should we just say a quick congratulations to
Shooty?
Shooty.
I really hope we're saying his name right, but I believe we are because I
yeah.
studied this. But yeah, Shooty, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about it. I feel like it's actually gonna bring like.
I'm finally gonna watch Doctor Who.
I'm gonna tap in. Do you know what? I'm gonna lie. When I was younger, I was in my Torchwood bag. Do you know Torchwood? Torchwood was like a spin-off of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna lie. I was.
Sarah Jane Adventures?
I didn't watch that, but I did know of it kind of. I did vaguely watch it, but it wasn't me. But yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. He deserves it. Like a black gay man. Like yes. Well
deserved.
It makes sense.
Talent
It makes so much sense.
Talent.
Yeah.
I even saw a little clip, and he was like, they were like, what do we want it, like, what are we going to expect from this Doctor Who?
He said sauce.
He's like, sauce. I'm sauce.
I'm just so excited. Nella Rose is like on Catfish. I'm just like,
congratulations to Nella Rose.
Audrey,
She's
I can't
gonna be
remember
a part of
her
the
name, but
documentary.
she's on something, some type
I'm
of
not
show.
too sure, but
Was
it's
the Catfish guy?
It was BBC
No,
Three
oh my
show.
god, it was not the Catfish guy. It was the Queer Eye guy, I think.
Yes, Queer Eye.
Queer Eye, right? Yeah.
I love him. I don't know his name, but
Yeah. So I feel like we're in a time where it's exciting because it's like there's a time when people are actually noticing black talent. It's like, black people live in the UK. Like we
actually live here.
You can like include us in things. Do you know what I mean?
And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of drawing in the audiences now.
Yeah, we are.
So well, no word of a lie, Doctor Who's gonna go through the roof.
Hopefully.
I feel like it will. I'm gonna put that
because you do have, you know,
out
the thing is, always remember we are a small percentage, and like you do have like, the whole, you do have the whole of the rest.
But to
of the
be
UK.
fair,
You might
we're
be
small
like,
but mighty though, because when you look at Love Island, for example, we be swaying the votes, you know. Yes, we do, because we be putting them up there in the top 3 at least. Compared to the whole of the UK, come on, and Ireland. No, I do.
I want to believe it.
I do on the app. No, but to be fair, and that's just black Twitter. Sorry, that's just I'm it right now. That's just black Twitter. Like not fighting, but you know, like defending us, not defending, but voting. In competition with like the rest of the UK and Ireland or whatever.
That's true.
So we're small. But I feel like our
we are. We do have a big voice, and like, you know, Loki. That's
plus we make shit pop in as well, because when people see us doing stuff, they watch it.
Yeah.
Because you know they want to be in the loop.
And honestly, like, not to go into this, but like that's why the whole small but mighty thing. That's why a lot of people are now kind of like, we're done with that. I'm getting vibes of we're done with black representation. That's old news. I'm getting vibes of it. I'm getting vibes of it.
Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. You're gonna have a new audience who actually are like, okay, let's tap in. Like, you're having people talk about who were not talking about Doctor Who before. And black people carry social media. So
100%.
That's why Doctor Who has changed its name to That Blue Box show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called. No, not officially. But a black girl on Twitter, Sienna Thompson, I think, a writer, she like must have tweeted and they changed their name to that, basically. Yeah. But anyway, I'm excited. So yeah, congrats everybody who's kind of like making waves, man. And
we'll get into how sex education is producing superstars as well.
Yes, we should.
Anyways, that's
next time.
Anyway,
yeah, that has been our episode.
That was it.
We hope you enjoyed.
We do. You can find us on our socials: Instagram, Twitter, now TikTok. Where else? YouTube.
Yes, we're gonna upload this to YouTube.
And that's it, really.
Yeah, and what is the?
We
can find us on all the platforms that didn't tell.
We are at More Wine Please with 3 S's, so More Wine PLSSS.
Yes.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock in. Stay tuned. More to come.
Exactly. We're
gonna be consistent now, guys.
Anyway.
Bye.
Right, bye.